AM 560. The Answer.
Man, we need another hour. Call somebody, Squirrel. I want another 60 minutes. Let me show you real quick the cost of corruption in a very, very simple way. First, the phony virtue.
More federal funding cuts coming to Chicago and Illinois, and these might actually go through. Advocates for Chicago's homeless community say tens of millions of dollars are at stake, and it could be the difference between life and death, especially as this frigid cold sets in. So, what can be done? Joining us is Doug Fraser, Executive Director of the Chicago Help Initiative. Hi, Doug. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Doug.
How much is Chicago slated to lose, and what will that impact be?
I'll give you a quick history in that Chicago gets about $90 million a year from HUD, and about
$90 million. They're talking about cutting $60 million. Look at what the mafia moron Democrat scum perpetrated in the name of the illegal aliens to their friends who own buildings and lots around Chicagoland.
You're the mayor of Chicago. Do you think that your residents or the residents of your state should be paying for that more than they should be paying for their own needs, their own roads, their own public safety?
The people of Chicago elected me as the 57th mayor of the city of Chicago, and we serve all the residents of the city of Chicago.
But that service comes with a cost. According to data obtained by the ABC 7i team, since September of 2022, the city has paid out $638.7 million in vendor contracts for new arrivals.
So you blew $700 million and you're crying about 60 because you're a scumbag. And that $700 million ended up back in your pocket with that stupid hairdo. Mike, Yorkville.
Sean, I'm glad you talked to that guy about what it costs to fund corruption. I figured that out a long time ago as being a state worker a long time ago. When I started asking questions about the pension, how in the world is it getting funded? Well, I realized that the state, they had made deals to go ahead and make sure that they kept the employment numbers high in hiring people because they kept on shuffling the money that they were taking in from people to supply their retirement, and it was getting sent to the people who were retired.
Anything that is not based on a return of investment is a fraud. It's a fraud. The pension system of public sector pensions are a fraud. They are based on nothing. It is a myth. It is a mystical, magical fraud. And they have the power of taxation to tax people who will never live at the quality of life of government workers. Congratulations, it's the Soviet Union. How much time I got, Squirrel? Kathleen, Bristol, Wisconsin.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. Scott, I'm sorry. Sean, I love your show. I love the guests you have, and thank you for the education.
Oh, thank you.
I was listening to the news last night, and Scott Besson was talking about that Trump has 3 more years for goodness. But with the midterms, if with the cheating and everything that goes on, if we don't do the too big to rig, we could lose the Senate and the House, which they'll impeach Trump, they'll tie it up, the goodness will stop.
Yes, and they're already talking about impeachment. So here's what has to happen. When they shut the government down at the end of the month, Trump puts them in recess and he makes the appointments he needs. Done, over with, from the judges to the departments and everything. It'll take 2.5 years to rip them out through parliamentary nonsense. In the meantime, you economically secede by refusing to fund states that have nullified your law. They're called sanctuary states. You stop all financial agreements, all money to these states. And what is happening with these scumbags in Chicago wiggling and crying over $60 million will expose the hundreds of millions they've stolen from the people. Make sense?
Yes. All right.
I'm going to give you what you want. Here's what you do. No. Stop saving them from their own decisions. You want to be a scumbag? Now live like one. Thank you very much. That was good, huh, Squirrel? How much time I got? 30 seconds. Boy, that's tough. You know who you go to for 30 seconds? George in Naperville.
Congressman Omar and her husband are in the wine business. To promote their product, they do a commercial during the Super Bowl. We see Omar crushing the grapes in her bare feet, Gam showing, her husband counting money in the background, and then we hear a voiceover, "Our wine is our crime."
Oh, how you never ended up in California, I'll never know.